Hello dear friends, hello everyone. It's been a while since my last video. I missed it a lot here, so I came back. Hope to show love and support, and I hope I won't disappoint you either. Have fun and let's get into it. What is Cotard delusion? Imagine waking up one day with an unshakable conviction that you are no longer alive, not metaphorically, but literally, that your body has decomposed, your organs have vanished, or you simply don't exist. This profoundly disturbing and rare neuropsychiatric disorder is known as Cotard delusion, often chillingly referred to as walking corpse syndrome. First documented in 1880 by French neurologist Jules Cotard, he initially termed it le délire de négation, or negation delirium. At its heart, Cotard delusion is a form of nihilistic delusion, characterized by a belief in the non-existence of oneself or parts thereof, or even the non-existence of the world. This can manifest in various degrees, from believing one has lost blood or internal organs to the profound conviction that one is already a corpse, or paradoxically, immortal and unable to die. The severity of these delusions can lead to drastic consequences, such as refusal to eat or neglect of personal hygiene, as the individual perceives no need for sustenance or self-care if they are already deceased. This distorted perception of reality isolates them from their surroundings, making external reality incomprehensible. We must always be thankful for the well-being, and we must be patient and understanding of what others are going through, even if we don't know it. Postponing anger and irritation is a rational thing to do, my dear friends. Let's take a look at symptoms and manifestations of a distorted reality. The spectrum of symptoms in Cotard delusion is wide and deeply distressing, reflecting a profound disconnect from reality and self-perception. Individuals may present with beliefs ranging from the absence of specific body parts to the complete negation of their entire being. 1. Denial of existence. The most prominent symptom is the conviction of being dead, undead, or never having existed. This can extend to believing one has no brain, nerves, or internal organs. 2. Nihilistic beliefs. A profound sense that nothing has value or meaning, or that the world itself is non-existent. This philosophical negation permeates their thought process. 3. Bodily negation. Delusions that specific body parts are missing, decaying, or have ceased to function. Patients might report smelling of rotting flesh or having empty cavities where organs once were. 4. Immortality delusions. In a paradoxical twist, some individuals may believe they are immortal, unable to die, even while convinced they are already dead. This can lead to dangerous behaviors, as they perceive themselves to be invulnerable. 5. Self-neglect and starvation. A severe consequence of believing oneself to be dead is the refusal to eat or care for oneself, often leading to severe malnutrition and life-threatening conditions. 6. Social withdrawal. Due to their profoundly altered perception of self and reality, individuals with Cotard delusion often withdraw from social interactions, becoming isolated. 7. Accompanying psychiatric symptoms. Delusions are frequently accompanied by severe depression, present in approximately 89% of cases, anxiety, guilt, and sometimes hallucinations. Unraveling the roots. What causes this delusion? While the exact etiology of Cotard delusion remains complex and not fully understood, it is generally considered a symptom or syndrome occurring within the context of other underlying psychiatric, neurological, or medical conditions, rather than a standalone disorder. Research points to a multifaceted interplay of factors. Psychiatric conditions. Cotard delusion is strongly associated with severe mental health disorders. 1. Major depressive disorder. This is the most common comorbidity, with a significant majority of Cotard cases presenting with severe depression. 2. Schizophrenia. The presence of other psychotic symptoms, such as hallucinations and disorganization. 3. Bipolar disorder. Especially in younger individuals, under 25, Cotard delusion has been linked to bipolar disorder, suggesting a unique manifestation within mood dysregulation. Neurological factors. Dysfunction or damage to specific brain regions appears to play a crucial role. Brain imaging studies often indicate abnormalities in areas responsible for self-awareness, emotional processing, and reality perception, particularly the frontotemporal regions. Potential neurological causes include brain injury or trauma, brain tumors or lesions, strokes, epilepsy, neurodegenerative diseases. As one expert notes, Cotard Syndrome reflects a profound disruption in the neural circuits responsible for self-awareness. This highlights that the delusion isn't merely psychological but has a tangible basis in brain function. Another perspective emphasizes that it can stem from two types of brain damage, one altering self-perception and another reinforcing this false perception, making individuals resistant to contradictory evidence. Real-life accounts, echoes of non-existence. The harrowing experiences of individuals with Cotard delusion illustrate the profound impact of this condition. These cases, documented in medical literature, provide a chilling glimpse into a reality where one's very existence is denied. The case of Mademoiselle X. One of the earliest and most poignant cases documented by Jules Cotard himself was Mademoiselle X. She was a patient who denied the existence of her brain, nerves, and chest, convinced she was merely skin and bones. Her delusion led her to refuse food, believing there was no point in eating if she was already dead. Tragically, this conviction ultimately led to her death by starvation. The woman who smelled of rotting fish. A more contemporary documented case involved a 53-year-old woman admitted to the hospital after her family reported her conviction that she was dead and smelled of rotting fish. Her delusions persisted despite medical reassurance, and she withdrew significantly from social interaction. This tangible manifestation of internal decay highlights the vivid and distressing nature of the delusion. The man in the afterlife. Another striking instance involved a man who believed his body was not real and was instead filled with grave dirt. He asserted that he was already dead and in the afterlife, with everyone around him also deceased. This illustrates how the delusion can extend beyond personal negation to encompass the entire perceived reality. The path to recovery. Despite the severe and bewildering nature of Cotard delusion, effective treatments exist, offering significant hope for recovery. Treatment strategies are typically multifaceted, tailored to the individual, and crucially address the underlying psychiatric or neurological conditions. Key therapeutic approaches include medication. Antidepressants. Given the strong association with severe depression, antidepressants are a cornerstone of treatment. Antipsychotics. These medications are vital for managing the delusional thoughts themselves. Mood stabilizers, if the delusion is linked to bipolar disorder. Electroconvulsive therapy. For cases that are severe, persistent, or resistant to medication, electroconvulsive therapy, ECT, has demonstrated remarkable effectiveness. ECT involves passing small electric currents through the brain to trigger a brief seizure, which can rapidly alleviate severe symptoms, including delusions and profound depression. Psychotherapy and behavioral therapy. While medication treats the brain's chemistry, therapy helps people talk through their feelings, reduce anxiety, and slowly reconnect with reality. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is especially useful for changing negative thought patterns and improving self-image. Since Cotard syndrome isn't listed as an official mental illness in major manuals, doctors see it as a symptom of deeper medical or mental health problems. That's why finding the root cause early is key to effective treatment and a better quality of life. And that was all in today's video. Hope to see you next time. Take care, have a good day.